Hey guys, this is Sukriti. Today I'm planning to shoot a video on palette knife painting. So these are the different kind of palettes that you get in the market through which you can do the painting. We will start with a scenery of colorful trees in between and little bit of water and uh, maybe little bit of hills and all that kind of background. So first you just take shades of white and blue just to make the um, your you can make like this or this shines is on the okay. So first you just have to make a background of full painting. So I'm using lots of white, blue. This is just to make a coating of looking like. Okay, so I let it dry for 5 minutes. Now we will start with the rest of the painting. So here, what we are planning to do, we will make it green bushes like this here, then some purplish bushes, and one big tree which will cross over this, and in between some river bed, and one big tree maybe like this side. So I'm not drawing anything. I have just taken. You can just do roughly like this will be the branches of tree which will go like this. Uh, no need to actually do anything as such, and here some of the branches that will go like this, and here some purplish, and then our river will be something like this here. So just taking the rough idea, we will start with the purple and white, blue, how you move the knife, it is just like this, jig jag jig jag jig jag, like this some, yeah. And you see this is very heavy on paint side, so don't get bothered because here we uses lots of paint while making any painting with the palette knife. And then towards the end you can use little bit of darker shades, maybe something of black as well. No, so so you see here just like this. Okay, now this portion we will make the shades of green. So middle portion is kind of middle color of green. That will spread like this, and in the lower portion we will go for little darker shades. This one gives you a nice bushes kind of feeling. Okay, and even more up we will go with the lighter shades of green. Yeah, with maybe some white. And even little up we can use little tinge of yellow. So So you see, this side it's looking like green bushes, this side this is looking like. Okay, so now we are almost done with our tree. So we will make the lower part of the bed, which is tinge of orange and yellow, something like this. And I am using a 4 number brush, because this 4 number knife, because this is very at length, so it gives you I think good mixing ability. We can try using others brushes also, like these are the flat brushes. So sorry, knife, these are the flat knives, so we can directly use this. Some tinges of yellow. This is number 2, little broad one. So when you're, how to move this knife, you can move in any direction, but make sure when you do in one direction, not do it again and again, because the colors and the layers which it forms, those get mixed up. So you move in one direction one time, and make sure before putting this you decide in which direction you want to do, like this, and the final move is in that direction only, like this. Okay, all right. So now we will make the land area over here. This will again have mostly yellow spread over with some darker shade. So I will use maybe little bit of black and white in between to make it more real, and then try to spread. So for the mixing part, you can use the smaller brushes that you have, smaller knife. Like this. Basically, we don't use water at all with this painting. No need of water actually, because we are using very thick paint, and the thickness of paint itself help you make your shape of this. So see, the little dirtier color of yellow, that's what we are planning to put it here, like this, the dirty shade of yellow, which look like the dirty muddy look. So we'll make sure we make little more here, the more brighter part. See, like this, like this, like this, like this. All right. So we'll put, now we want to make the shape of our this riverbed. So it will go something like this. So before we go there, we will make sure we use little bit of brush and make the water properly. So our water will be mostly shades of blue, so I'll use white like this, and little of black. So black basically I'm using just to make the water, and you do this downward strokes So it looks like your water is coming like this. Okay, and then Ishika, give me that waste cloth. So what is remaining in our water is again little bit more of white. Okay, so this is pretty much done. Now we are to make our big tree here. That will go something like this. It will have 1 and 2 branches here, and with this branch this will continue up something like this. So like this, yeah. Alright, so now we will again take, and basically we need lots of brown color. Okay, so now we are starting with our big tree. This is going to be little difficult, so we'll start with first we'll put the shape. Like this is my shape of tree, and then we'll start with the darker shades. So you see, if you're doing first time, you might feel little challenge, but it's actually not that difficult if you have little practice using this. I have been doing painting with almost everything by now, using acrylic, oil. What started with watercolor since my childhood, but recently, maybe 2 year or 3 year back, I saw one YouTube video which was being done with this kind of palette knife, and I got fascinated. So I'm also not a very you can say old user of this, but yeah, somehow I like the idea and the kind of new concept. It took me little practice, and I mean, there is no hard and fast rule how you do it. It goes how smoothly you are able to move knife. That is also an up to you. The way you feel more comfortable, you can go ahead with it. It's so you see how this tree is coming up. Now I'll just give a little highlighting of the branches. You see the shading, it has come. I really like this you know thick paint which we can do with the palette. So this gives a really nice texture. Now we can go a little bit with the green. So see this, see, I'm just moving my knife in one direction, so it really gives a nice texture. You can also use little bit of white to make this shades look really yeah, a little bit of white and so this is in one go. We'll make maybe a little bit more of thin branches. Apparently all those branches will hide behind the flowers or the little leaves that will create out of this tree. So no need to worry so much at the moment. Yeah, so this is one part. Oh yeah. Okay, so we are done with one part of tree and leaves. We will just make sure our boundaries are correct and just do a finishing touch of the boundary line like this. See, the color layer is very thick, so you got to be little conscious, because if you apply 2-3 times, all the colors will get mixed up now, like, and they will try to create a mixture which you need to avoid. See, it should look like some groups of water like this. So if you do too much of mixing kind of thing, this will get lost. So just a little bit of white to show the shading. We'll just put as we did here. Similarly, little bit of white on the boundary here also. See, the yellow is really thick, so it becomes difficult to make the proper boundary kind of things. So alright, so this is pretty much one side, and here around the tree, if you want, you can put little bit more of green thing, because everything is looking too gray. So we will just take a tinge of green and put little dense grasses kind of look it will give. Okay. So these are our grasses. Now we'll proceed to the other side. Here we can also use little bit of black to make this tree look like these are the tree kind of. Similarly for the smaller tree and on the big tree, you make the boundary like this. And if you want, again, our shading formula we will put along with this little bit of white, and this will go like this. So here our trees are done. Okay, so we can complete the tree. So our one side will be complete. Now we'll focus quickly on the trees. We'll just do the.
Can I have this cup?
So we'll just have this petals and whatever flower you say. These are here with this tree, and I'm just keeping it red flower, nothing else, not too much of mix match. So you make sure you take ample paint, otherwise this painting doesn't look nice. And don't try to compare with the typical traditional painting that we have, because those are different forms of art and this has a different forms altogether, and both look is also different. Because when my friends come to my home, of course they compare, because I have a lot of my paintings done at home in different acrylic, oil, this kind of palette knife also I have done 2-3 paintings previously, so those are hanging in my home, and I see like they kind of tend to compare my paintings. Oh, this one is better looking, this one. But of course they are the individual, they can have their own view, but as an artist, as a painter, I think this is always a kind of lucrative painting which people find to explore, as I did. So this is our one side of painting. Yeah, so this is pretty much. I will not like to clutter much, maybe a little bit red which is there in the palette, I will, that's it. So now we'll proceed to the other part. All right, so for the other part, okay, we'll start from here, and again here we'll start with the dark and green coating like this. Two shades of green that you can take, light, dark, light, dark. And then on top of it, lemon yellow. Lemon yellow always gives you a very fresh and nice shade to your painting when you use this. I think for making tree, dark, light, green, all the shades of green is definitely needed. But I personally prefer using lemon yellow, because that gives you also a lighting effect, like from which direction sun rays are coming and how your trees are looking with the sunlight. So that kind of thing is definitely really nice. Okay, so now we will make our land part. Again, for the land I will use heavy of this brown and yellow tinge. So these are kind of lands kind going on. So see, I'm trying to make as if, you know, the land is coming into the water. Generally what we originally see. So that kind of effect I'm trying to give. Of course, this is little difficult with this kind of palette thing, but yeah. One nice last groove over here. Okay, so this is pretty much, and now I will use brown kind of things to highlight this part. Because here we have some trees that we will make. I'm just keeping the background ready. In the background this will look like something like this. As we are doing other side, we are just making this background. Here we have 3 trees and we're just setting the background for them. How we will make. Here we have 3 dense trees together. Oh, this is mixing badly. All right. Yeah, so this is the background. Now we will do a lot of orange, red and yellow. So like that. We are doing now red. See. See, this is our tree bed apparently, and then little bit of yellowish also we can put in the tip. On the tip we always try to showcase it's having the effect of you know, sunlight, so the shading is like that. Alright, so this is, now we'll try to make our tree branches, so we can directly use with black something like this. We are targeting here. You see, the moment you move this knife, it gives you, it itself gives you a shape of so, nice tree thing. And brown palette, I've just mixed up a little bit of orange and this. So here So you move knife in one direction, slowly, gently. No, don't hurry up. Just slowly, you target from one point and move your knife like this. Like this. As you apply slight butter on the bread, like that only. You just starting from here for this tree, maybe a little bit of branches can go like this. So branches. As we are doing other side, we are just making this background. Here we have 3 trees and we're just setting the background for them. How we will make. Here we have 3 dense trees together. Oh, this is mixing badly. All right. Yeah, so this is the background. Now we will do a lot of orange, red and yellow. So like that. We are doing now red. See, this is our tree bed apparently, and then little bit of yellowish also we can put in the tip. On the tip we always try to showcase it's having the effect of sunlight, so the shading is like that. Alright, so this is, now we'll try to make our tree branches, so we can directly use with black something like this. We are targeting here. You see, the moment you move this knife, it gives you, it itself gives you a shape of some nice tree thing. And brown palette, I've just mixed up a little bit of orange in this. So here so you move knife in one direction, slowly, gently. No, don't hurry up. Just slowly, you target from one point and move your knife like this. Like this. maybe as you apply slight butter on the bread, like that only. You just starting from here for this tree, maybe a little bit of branches can go like this. Some branches. It, gently you just somewhere you just spread little bit, somewhere don't spread, so it gives you the real look of a tree, what you see in real life. So this is little bit of white also you can give along with this yellow. It really gives nice real look to the plant, to the tree stem basically. Little bit of white. Yeah. So now we'll just fill this portion with little bit of green bushes. Our favorite. Like this, just any dark light combination. Some dark, some light, and maybe some just lemon yellow. Yellow also you can use in between. We are almost giving the final touch to our paintings. Wherever we see there is little bit of loopholes, just correcting few things here and there where things are looking like little out of the place. Like here we are giving a kind of boundary, and maybe little bit of mixing of white and yellow here, so that on the tip you feel like it's a and yeah, a little bit of darker shade from the bottom. Because this is going into the river, so this is a little bit of darker shade. And yeah, little bit of dark here, just to make things look even. What else? We're pretty much done. Actually, if you try to do too much of things, of course that look out of place also. So yeah, that's pretty much. Things are okay. Just giving it a look of grass, like grasses are like this. So it's like grasses, and yeah, among the grasses, as they put, you see red dotted, that we will put a little bit here. And just drop it like this. So don't do it too much. It's just that it look like some grasses has little, wildflowers. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, so it's pretty much done. I'll just show you to have a closer look of full painting, how it is looking like. You enjoy watching this palette knife painting. Maybe next time I'll try to show you something which is my core specialty, oil painting and fabric painting. Thanks.